Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer, and this is a Damn Good Time podcast. Yeah, that song kind of timed out almost at the perfect spot. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Pretty fucking dope. So, yeah, hey, we're back in the studio. Coming in your ears. Whoa, that sounded weird. Start off raunchy. We are coming in your ears. Hopefully not the way it sounded.
I just saw that video on TikTok today where there's a kid and he's dressed up as Predator and he's like, show everybody your costume. He's like, I am the child Predator. And he's like, we're just working on that, bud.
That's awesome. I don't think you know exactly what that means, dude.
Yeah. Sometimes words come together and they're not good.
Right. Like child predator and coming in your ears. Yeah.
Coming in your ears.
We're in the studio and hopefully also in your ears, in your sound waves.
Hopefully you can hear us.
Yeah. And maybe even watching us too, you know? Maybe we're coming in your eyes. All right. Moving past that. How was your week? What's going on? What's fresh? What's new?
F this week.
Yeah?
I mean, we'll start from the weekend. Sad. Ohio State lost.
Yeah.
Browns lost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My fantasy football team lost too.
I don't want to dwell on the Buckeyes too much. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We got beat.
We'll see in the playoffs, so we'll make it in there somehow.
Somehow. Next year won't matter.
Yeah.
Browns, Broncos are here to play, man. They're here to play. Looking good. And the Browns are beat up. We're obviously in our backup quarterback. Myles Garrett got hurt. Like, we're out missing more. We're missing all kinds of pieces. These backup QBs just ain't getting it done.
And our backup QB got hurt, so we got a backup of a backup.
Oh, we got Joe Flacco probably next week.
Yeah, we were on third string, and now they're saying Flacco's second string for next week. So
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised if he starts. It's kind of looking like it. Like they might just give him the opportunity. You know what? At this point in time, he can't be worse, and he loves to throw that damn ball.
Yeah,
so
Flack attack, baby.
Let's go, Amari Cooper. Get that man the ball.
Yeah. Didn't he get hurt? Or is he fine?
He got hit in the ribs pretty good.
Okay.
So they're saying maybe bruised ribs. Nothing serious.
Yeah. Walk it off. You'll be fine.
As of today, he just got turned from questionable to healthy. So
nice. That's good.
So Flacco's there. We might see something.
Yeah.
But defense is beat up a bit. So, we might. We gotta. Out of the next 3 games, we gotta at least squeeze out 2 wins to have a good possibility of getting to the playoffs. But it's gonna be rough because somehow Pittsburgh is there, and I don't understand how they can suck.
Yeah.
They're not good. But somehow they just keep winning.
Yeah.
Quarterback's not good. Their defense is all right. They just keep going. But we have a okay schedule, so we'll see.
We have the Jags, the Bears, the Texans, Jets, and then finalizing it out with the Bengals. So we can fuck some of them up.
Jets for sure. We'll see. You never know. But yeah, so that was sad.
Yeah,
it was fun though.
Yeah, we were out at your place for the Buckeyes, and we ate some good food. Had some good friends around, so
we frogged that turkey, baby.
Yeah,
it just came out pretty good.
So Cody butchered a turkey frog style.
Frog it, baby. You just cut it down the ribs, and you cut the legs a little bit.
And you give it a little foldy fold.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of what mine looks like. I just didn't have no season on it.
Yeah, there's a little image for you if you're watching.
It's way easier than spatchcocking.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was any worse.
Better. It turned out just as I'd say just as good as what a spatchcock does.
Yeah.
It was still tender and juicy because it cooks evenly. and you're not like overcooking the breast, waiting for the rest of it to come up to temp as well. It all temps out evenly, so you get a more evenly cooked bird and makes it delicious. I think I like the preparation of the frog is easier, but I like the presentation of the spatchcock better. For more of like a turkey traditional looking sense, I like the presentation of it better. But then the frog sense is kind of cool. Like, you know, if you do that for the family Thanksgiving and shit, all the little rugrats running around, we're like, oh, it's a frog. You know, they'll think it's cool as shit.
Yeah, you slap a couple eyeballs and a tongue on that thing, and be like, look at this frog. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the kids. It's more of like definitely a family function thing, I think for sure. But I'd never present one like that, like in a professional sense. You know what I mean?
But it's way easier. It's spatchcock.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to deal with cutting that spinal cord out. So if you're one of those people like, oh, man, I'd like the spatchcock one, but I just like.
Yeah.
It's so much easier. Like, I did it in probably 5 minutes.
Yeah, because when you spatchcock, you're getting the ribs down the spine where they're thicker.
Yeah.
Whereas on a frog, you're doing them down like basically on this part of your rib cage, and then your knife just fucking glided. Is that the right term? What's the past tense of glide? Glidden?
It glittered.
You glittered through it.
Through sparkles out. Past tense of glide. There's not one, right?
I don't want images. Glid, or glowed.
Oh, it glitted. It glid right through that.
Yeah, it glitted through it.
Or it glowed.
It glowed. Man, your knife just glowed right through there, babe. Like that. Yeah, that sounds
cool.
Like,
it's like hot, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it's glowing hot, but it's glowed, man.
Glowed. Your knife glowed right through them rib bones. It is. Well, it's because it's made up like so many others.
Like all of them.
Yeah.
But we just have a lot more slang and other stuff. It's fine.
We're a melting pot, man.
Melt it up.
You know? Melt it up.
Melt it up. But yeah, other than that, so like, yeah, sports, whatever.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I'm not one of those people that's like, my team lost and I'm going to fuck. I mean, I'm not upset, obviously, but it's not going to ruin my day. You know, I'm going to still be alive and breathing and enjoying the other finer things in life. But
yeah, it was depressing. Little weekend for the sports.
Kicking the balls.
But fun time.
Yeah.
So my wife was very happy, of course.
Yeah, that Michigan fan.
But at least it was a close game, and it was a good game.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it was going to be a close and fun game. For sure. And then, just work sucked this week.
Yeah.
A lot. And but life's good.
Yeah.
Life's good. Nothing to complain about.
That's good.
I was trying to think if there's anything crazy that happened. My first drive and decent amount of snow.
Oh yeah.
On Tuesday, because I had to drive up to Cleveland.
Oh, you went up north there.
Yeah, so I had to drive through a little snow there. People are idiots. And don't remember when it's snowing that. And then it's just like the first snow. It's like there's two different types of people. There's one guy that's like, no, I'm still going 80.
Yeah.
And a 70.
I'm fucking black. Nothing's changed. Just no grow up. You know.
It's just a little powder. Well,
yeah.
It is until it's slushy crap.
Right.
And then there's the people doing
like fucking 20,
45, 50 on the highway
right.
in the right lane. Like, oh god, it's snow again.
Yeah, there's a middle ground there. Just find it, and everybody just cruises the middle ground.
Yeah. And I will chill off a 70. You know, I'll back it down maybe like 65, 60 if it's real bad, whatever. If it's real bad, you know that point.
Yeah.
Though. You know when you're slopping and you're sloshing, and you know like, all right, now this is a 45 highway right now because this is bad.
Yeah, whenever the left lane's completely covered because a plow hasn't been there, and the right lane is still covered but kind of plowed, like that's when you're like, let's keep her down.
Yeah, let's go with the flow. We'll go with the flow here.
But if you can still see road through tire tracks, you're pretty to stay on the tire tracks, Yeah.
And like, you got the big truck or whatever, and you can plow that left lane, whatever, you're fine, whatever. You go a little faster in a big course. But when it's like a 2-wheel drive car, it's like, I'm like, oh, you're gonna go wreck. somewhere.
Well, and also too, whenever, because I have a fucking Honda Civic now, so it doesn't do shit in the snow. But whenever I had like even the big fucking Super Duty work trucks in the oil field and stuff, they were heavy as balls of 4-wheel drive. I would barrel ass down through the left lane, but whenever I come up on traffic, I would slow down. Because first off, if I'm going fast and I get in an accident, and it's just me, fine. I'm taking my, it's my life, my responsibility for me. I'm cool with that. No cars around me. I fucking barrel as fast as I want, whatever. But whenever I'm starting to pass people, it's like, well, first off, I don't want to freak them out. Because if all of a sudden, like, because you know how some people get, like, especially whenever it's real bad, you're kind of just concentrating on that lane and like feeling the car, making sure it's not sliding. And all of a sudden, you don't realize that truck just goes, you're like, and that little wiggle could fucking make them spin out. So I try to be a little more cautious around other cars. A, because I don't want them to freak out. And B, because I'm respectful. And then also, see, like, say something does happen and I lose control all of a sudden, I don't want to fucking take them out with me, Yeah. So I use caution when passing, and then I throw caution to the wind when it's just me.
Did you see that video? Man, I can't remember what it was. There was like a massive car pileup or whatever. A bunch of shit happened anyways.
Yeah.
There was a snow plow on the other side of the lane doing not the lane, he was doing like the berm.
Yeah.
But he was throwing that shit into oncoming traffic.
Oh, Jesus
over
Christ.
the medium. Like, the medium was like a concrete divider.
Yeah.
And he was throwing that shit like completely crazy, hauling ass, just hitting the snow. And it was just like he was not doing anything good.
Right.
I don't know if it was on purpose or whatever. It's wild.
He was just having a shitty day. He's like, fuck you, I ain't doing overtime. I should be home by now.
He was causing nonstop wrecks everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think somebody may have died. And like, he got fired, but no criminal charges put against him or anything. It's like, that
should be like reckless negligence or some bullshit.
Something. Because like, you see the video, there's like a semi-truck driver, he's all the way in the right lane, and there's like little cars going by, and all of a sudden you see this just wall of shit just like flying up over. And you gotta imagine, that's heavy, wet snow he was throwing too. Like, that was probably cracking windshields. That was probably like beating up car, and like all the cars, and there's just one car like went swerving and like went flying way off on the right, went off in the field to the right side. I mean, they were fine in the video, but it's like, still, come on, dude. Like,
yeah, I would imagine if he wasn't eligible for criminal suits, I bet you there's some fucking lawsuits in there. Some people trying to get some. I mean, I'd be getting
against the company at least.
Yeah,
like, well, you hired this guy. And look
the guy, the company, their insurance, every fucking thing.
State, state.
Yeah.
I mean,
talk to a lawyer. They'll know who to go for.
Yeah.
They're good at that.
The video, the guy's like talking on his thing. He was driving us out. He's like talking. He's like, he must be talking on his phone. He's talking. He's like, holy shit!
Yeah.
He's like, this dumbass plow driver just caused a wreck. Like,
I swear, like all truck drivers, they have those Bluetooth. They have like the almost like headsets like ours, but with a mic that comes down, and they're just always talking. I guess I would too if I had nothing better to do.
Oh, it keeps you keeps you preoccupied. Let me just call my buddy up, like call your wife or call whoever, and just be like, hey, you want to talk for a while?
I don't even talk like you go through truck stops and they're like grabbing, they're all wearing flip flops, because I would obviously I would be too. And then they're on their headset, like picking up their chips, getting some Gatorades and some energy drinks and shit. Just blah 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 blah.
They're always talking to somebody. It's like, man, like you got to rack up like minutes, which doesn't matter anymore. But it's like still like, who do you know that wants to talk to you that much?
Right. Like, or maybe they're just doing a podcast.
Maybe.
Because I was sitting there thinking, like, man, I don't like talking on the phone that much. I don't even understand how you can talk that long. And then here I fucking am.
Did you go on like unemployedfriends.com and like find a guy and be like,
yeah,
you want to chat on the phone? Yeah, I'll chat with you, dude. And like, you just sit there and chat with him and be like, what's up, dude?
I think have you ever seen that J-Date?
No.
There's profiles that jail members make because they're looking for pen pals or people to call them and stuff. Like, so maybe they're J-dating it up.
Maybe.
Trying to talk to some lonely floozy behind bars,
We're best friends.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a new best friend out of jail.
Right.
I'll pick you up in the big rig, dude.
Yeah. When you getting out 6 months, look for my truck. I'll be out there going, pop, pop,
You can come ride with me, man. We're going to hang out and chill, find some ladies and stuff. Dude.
You know what? I know what the perfect truck stop. We'll stop by and get you some lot lizards and shit.
I'm trying to say it's like, trying to make it not weird, but
probably weird. Yeah. But I mean, we're talking about truckers and criminals here.
They could be just calling their grandma and talking to grandma for 4 hours straight. How you doing, Grandma? Yeah, I'm just driving a truck. Just figured I'd give you a call. Grandma's just staying on the phone like, oh, it's nice. Saw we and Mary. Oh, did you see him, Mary? Like your conversation gets better because then you can just focus on that. Yeah. You're just driving a truck.
I just happened to look down on the sidewalk and there was a nickel.
God bless our grandma.
Like, that's cool, Grandma. Yeah. That's cool, Grandma. Good story. Sometimes. Yeah. About nonsense, or not nonsense, but just like
that's their life.
Yeah.
That's what they're going through. So
yeah.
That's their day to day.
They're not doing anything too exciting anymore, so they're just sitting there and chit chat.
That's what we're gonna be like when we're old.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it as old as my grandma was. I wouldn't imagine, but
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what kind of
my grandpa was. My mom's side, because he died of a heart attack. I'm like, that's probably what I'm gonna go. But
I'm trying to figure out what kind of old man I'm gonna be. Am I gonna be one of those ones that can't sit still, so they're always like trying, my kids come over like, Dad, stop! Dude, why don't you just call me? I can. And I'm like holding the sofa down the stairs or some shit. It's okay, I got it. Or am I gonna be like, I'm gonna go live in one of those assisted living kind of complexes? I don't want to be really in a nursing home, but I could see myself living in one of those villages where like everybody's like 55 plus and shit, and then we just go play fucking canasta in the rec hall, or we're out doing shuffleboard or something.
What's funny, like, okay, so like. My mom's not that tech savvy a little bit. She understands some of the basics.
Yeah.
But still, for some things, it involved me to get to the settings and fix some stuff like that. I'm like,
right.
So, because technology, it seems when it changes, it makes things easier.
Right.
Even for everybody, for older people and younger people. So it's like, does it get to a point where I'm like, I don't know how to fix this anymore? Or does it get to the point where it's like, kids are going to be too dumb to know how to fix it, and I got to fix it, even when I'm like, they're calling me when I'm like 70, like, hey, Dad, can you fix this shit for me? Like, it's not working. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, my kids are still young, so they haven't had to start kind of trying to figure things out on their own, which they, they are. They know how to hard restart the Xbox, check chords and stuff like that.
Right.
Change inputs and all that fun stuff. But then there's sometimes like, Dad, I can't figure out why I can't sign on. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be? Isn't the young generation supposed to be smarter with technology than me? But they just haven't gotten to that point yet.
Right.
Because I do feel like there's some things where like I'm starting to get dumber with technology, where it's like it should be easier. I should just hit this button and it does it. Why isn't it doing it? What is going on? And I fucking rage out. So one of these days, they'll just be like, "No, Dad, you're hitting the wrong button," and then it's like, "Oh, I'll pass the torch."
You can maybe do a lot quicker.
Yeah,
like, that's the kind of thing. Where it's like, no, we'll be able to figure it out, but it's like, just give it to me, I can do it real quick.
Right.
I'll be like, God damn it.
Because even like nowadays, if you think about it, like the way it used to be, it was like Grandma's like, I can't get the TV to work. Oh, like Grandma, you're on the wrong input. You got to hit the input button, and you blow.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas now everything's through HDMI, and as soon as you turn on your Xbox, your TV turns on and goes directly to that one. It even names the input Xbox now.
Yeah.
Like the Nintendo Switch, we have like I don't think our Xboxes are new enough to do it yet, but our Nintendo Switch, you hook it up. And the TV, it's like, that's a Nintendo Switch. So HDMI 3 is now just Nintendo Switch. As soon as I hit the power button on Nintendo Switch, TV turns on, goes to that input. It's like, fucking how awesome is that? Like, so yeah, eventually I feel like that's, like you said, it'll just be so easy that you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and but we'll get older, and then the younger generation will also be like, oh, I got to change my outlet. I got to call somebody and be like, what do you mean? No. Let me show you outlet. Which is probably most of our generation does not change an outlet either. I've never done it, but
You say you've never done, or
no?
Or I thought. I'm sorry. You said they don't know how to do it or have never done it.
I would say most of our generation probably never touched anything electrical.
Yeah. So what I heard you say is most of our generation probably doesn't know how to do it. I've never done it. Is I thought what you said.
Shit.
I was like, you've never done it?
Wired the whole goddamn room before.
Yeah.
Illegally as shit.
The funny thing is you could sit there and tell me though that you've never done it, but I still have confidence in the fact that I know you would be able to.
Yeah. So easy.
Yeah.
But I just I had my dining room chandelier light.
Yeah.
I just bought a new one today, and I changed that, and I have the TV today.
Yeah.
Already. Easy. Hours worth of work.
Dope.
Hardest part was feeding the wires to that dumb fucking hole.
I had it fucking. Speaking of technology, today for me was terrible at work. So we had a machine that's all built, ready to go. All we got to do is run it through the final checkout. Like we had everything's put together, and then we're firing it up for the first time. We check all the systems up to down, make sure it's ready to go, run it a bunch, and then we ship it out. So on first startup, I was having these minor little issues, and I couldn't, and I check wiring's good, ohm it out, those wires are hooked up to the right thing, voltage here, everything's good. But the PLC wasn't fucking recognizing these sensors. And finally, like, I went through all this bullshit.
Pig lettuce catcher is what PLC stands
for. Yeah. Programmable logic computer. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if I'm correct in that, but I think I've heard somebody say that
for the listeners. In case they know. Pig lettuce catcher.
But basically, it's this computer of the machine. But so,
and that's where the pig gets eaten.
And so this one sensor, it's a photo eye sensor. So if you put your hand in a spot, it's like no, and it'll shut the machine down because your hand's not supposed to be there. And it was getting power. It even has a little light on it, shows that it's lighting up, but it wasn't catching the signal from the other sensor because
check the flux capacitor first.
There's a plug. I literally just unplugged it and plugged it back in, and it worked. But this was after about 2 hours of chasing all of the things that were more complicated than just unplugging it and plugging it back in. So there's one little pin in there.
Simpler story.
Yeah.
But the same.
Yeah.
That everybody else could probably understand.
Yeah.
So my mom's dryer wasn't drying.
Yeah.
It was running, spinning. Heating element was bad. I'm like, Mom, your heating element's bad. I'll swap that out for you, no problem. So I order the heating element on Amazon, get it in, blah, blah, blah. I go over. I start the heating element, right? Pull the heating element out. Well, actually, backtrack a bit. Disconnect the dryer. This dryer doesn't have a back access panel of the heating element like most of them do.
Okay.
So then I had to do a little research and find out if there's not a back access panel in a dryer. We're talking older dryers here, not the front loaders. Well, they are front loaders.
Yeah.
Not the front loaders with the lids and
the newer
fancy
style.
And all that.
Yeah.
Got a little older washer and dryer. If they
it's got probably like 3 heat settings and a timer.
Yeah. If they do not, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If they do not have a back access panel, that means that the lower panel pops off, and then you got to reach in and pull it out. Took me a day to figure that one out. Sorry. Pulled it out, put that in, went ahead and changed all the thermal fuses, all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Still won't turn on. I said, son of a bitch, what's going on? Well, let's start from where you should start from. The plug to the electric. Well, here, just one of those little prongs over vibration time, because there's wires underneath it.
Yeah.
I just boop, popped it up. So it's a 240 volt. If you know what 240 volt is, it's basically two 120s that come into the dryer and then they split off. One of those little prongs split off. Well, that's the one for the heating element.
Yeah.
Plugged it back in. Even though now I had a brand new heating element and fired right up.
Yeah.
Then the only other problem was that where it actually plugged into this old 240 that's just hanging willy-nilly from the I don't know 50s.
Right.
Started sparking inside. I'm like, ooh, stop. Let's replace this one.
Yeah.
So then we replaced that.
So you got a new plug in.
She's good to go.
Yeah.
And greatly, like, Amazon and those heating elements and everything, like, I spent $40.
Right. Yeah.
She got all new internals.
Yeah.
And a new plug. She's good to go.
Which
is awesome.
Is crazy to think too. Like, I wish you could buy dryers like that. Washers and dryers like they used to be. I don't want any of this high efficiency bullshit. fucking turn on, dry my clothes, turn on, wash my
You
clothes.
can get them all everywhere. Because people, if that happens to some people,
Yeah.
oh no, this thing's cooked. We need a new one. Like,
yeah, but
they just throw them away.
I don't want, and then I'd have to take the thing apart and clean it completely because I don't want their filth in there. Because you know how you gotta like.
It's not hard to do.
I know, but then that's just extra work. I just wish I could buy one like they used to. Like things just aren't made like these. God damn it, I'm getting fucking old.
You can still get them.
Yeah, but they still.
They're out there.
Yeah. But the ones that are like that are usually on the cheaper side, and then they're more prone to breakage. I'm just.
Yeah, but I've become an expert repairman on those old washers and dryers, which is just a weird like over habit trait.
Yeah.
Like, because if something breaks on me, I don't like to call anybody to repair it.
Right.
I like to try to figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
Diagnose it myself, and then fix it.
Yeah.
I hate having somebody else come fix my shit.
You should get a job like mine, man. It's very rewarding whenever you start troubleshooting shit, and it's like, oh, fuck, that's it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just like, I'm like, okay.
Even better too is whenever you get stumped, and then you go to the upper management, the big dogs that know everything, and you're like, well, this isn't working. Well, have you tried? Yep. Have you looked here? Yes. And you're like, I've done every fucking thing possible. And then they're just like, well, just replace it. I'm like, no, I don't think it's bad. Like, it should be working,
Yeah.
like,
what is it? What's not going right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I got my mom's dryer, and then I went to the back of it. I'm like, well, let me go back and start from the beginning. It's got power. I knew it had power because it was, it was tumbling and doing everything. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, there's just one little wire that's not on
and
this little prong.
And so that's like, technically my story was a 2-part, which is fine. The second part of my story then, so I figured that problem out. It's 2 hours dealing with that. I worked 8 hours today, right? So the next 6 hours, I'm trying to calibrate voltage on this thing, and I can't get it right. I can't get it, like, it's way off. We've got this thing called a voltage divider, so basically it dumbs, we're throwing high voltage, it dumbs it down so a regular meter can read it, because a regular meter can only go up to like 100 volts or whatever. It's got a max, I think, like 80 or whatever. So it dumps it down so this voltage could read it. So if my meter here is at 4 volts, then it's technically at 4,000, or 40 volts, 40,000. It just dumbs it down. And so I tried everything, calibration boards, blah, 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 looked through wiring, talked to the guys in the office. They even came down. They were looking head to tail on everything. We tried so much different shit. And then finally they were like, oh, hey, on that voltage divider, there's a toggle switch, and it goes from 10 mega ohms or 1 mega ohm of resistance. And I've always been told, like, they have an X by the 10 mega ohm. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, X, don't use that setting. So but apparently somebody marked it as like X marks the spot. So fucking flip the switch up, start running calibration on it. All the numbers are fucking dialed in dead on. I'm like, God damn it. 6 hours of my day were consumed by that fucking switch. And they were even like, yeah, I don't know why anybody would put an X on it. That doesn't make any sense. So we actually printed out a label. It's like, use 10 mega ohm. So like,
yeah.
The funny thing is, now I don't need a label. It took me 6 hours to learn a lesson today. That's one I'm not going to fucking forget for the rest of my life now,
You know how to use your tools.
Yeah.
And that's one thing everybody should own too, is a multimeter reader with a what you call it, in-current reader too. So you put it around a cable.
Yeah, clip on with an amp. Mm-hmm. It'll show your amps running through.
Cheap as shit.
Yeah.
If you ever do anything on electrical, always good to just like, I shut my breaker off to do my kitchen ceiling chandelier.
Fucking sissy.
And then I checked it,
Yeah. I say that, but I electrocuted myself with my mom's dryer because I kept unplugging it, and then the one time I forgot, and I go to put one of the high limit thermostats in. Yeah.
I forgot. I just put the wire in. Oh, yeah. It's not a true 240, whatever. It's like a 120 to get hit with, but it's still sucks.
Should have locked it out. You need a lockout, tag out kit.
Lockout, tag out. A good jolt like that puts you in the hospital fast.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful.
Or it might perk you up a little bit, make you feel alive today.
That's all it did to me, but some people will get hit with that and it will send them to the hospital.
Yeah.
Too, so.
Well, and you get high enough voltage too, it contracts your muscles. So like if you grab it, your hand will seize up on it and you won't be able to let go because your muscles, the electrical charge is causing your muscles to contract and you're fucked.
And then somebody grabs you, they just become part of the chain. And
Yeah.
they got drop kick your ass off there.
That's even there's a lot of shit we do which we have meters on it and we know it's dead because our meter has an alligator clamp on it and even our guys like they train us, they're like, even though you see it's dead, you got 3 different meters showing it's dead, just fucking tap it with the back of your hand. Because in that way, the back of your hand, then your muscles will contract into a fist, but it'll pull you away instead of being sucked to it. So just, if you want to check it, if you want to check,
smart.
Yeah, if you want to do the hand test, tap it with the back of your hand. Don't grab it with the front of your hand. So that way you'll contract away from it, not on it.
Yeah, it's a 3-bar. Why do you get the smiley face tattoo?
Yeah. A little dude, I don't know what it is. I have. You know how whenever you ever get that feeling when you're standing at like a very high level? Like I had this at the Hoover Dam when we're looking over the edge. What happened if I just jumped? Did you ever get that kind of like those intrusive thoughts where you're not gonna do it?
It's like I'll give the perfect example of that. The flatbed tow truck ramp down.
Yeah.
I don't know what this fucking ramp is.
Yeah.
Right now, that's like I think every man.
Yeah.
Maybe women. So, let's do or maybe it's just men. I don't know.
I'm
trying not to be sexist, but
I
think it's more men than women.
And obviously, I still get the
we
ramp.
Have a lot of Trooper Sot comes in.
Yeah.
Just ramp this bitch.
Well, and I think it's also a lot of people that play Grand Theft Auto, and you look for ramps everywhere.
Yeah.
But like a lot of mine are more of that, like, oh, I know I'll die, but like it's still like, nope, don't do it. But even at work, we'll have something up to like 40 kV, and I'm like, what happened? And it's sitting there like you hear the static in the ear, just like talking to you. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Like I know I'm not, but it's just that one thought that just pops in your head. Just fucking touch it. Like no, no,
like
stop it.
They like the toy with that because it's just kind of like.
But
I bet maybe I'll become a super electric human being.
And then also too, then I also had the dumb thought of like, well, we're testing these electrical gloves to make sure that they're safe, and I know it's safe to just pass the test. So what if I just put one on and then touched it?
I'm like, no.
We do the machine test. Why not a human test?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just stupid intrusive thoughts. Obviously, I'm not going to do it. It's not like a just suicidal thing. It's just like more of a curiosity killed the cat type thing.
But we act on that shit all the time too, and we'll be like, "This is insanely hot pepper, and it's gonna suck,
yes,
and it's gonna hurt me." But you know what? I'm gonna do it.
It is.
I'm gonna do it.
So it is one of those things
like
where
hot sauce in general. It's just like that's when the true thoughts take over, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna die from this."
Yeah.
Like one of those things where it's like on the edge.
Yeah, it's
there.
You do like a risk calculation in your head real quick. Like, could this hurt? Could this suck? But will I die? Okay, let's do it. Right, even like dumb shit like a high dive. A high dive. You land that fucker wrong, you probably could die. You knock the wind out of yourself. You're struggling. And there's no lifeguard there to pick you up out of the water. You can breathe in real quick and then just drown. But you're up there and it's like, well, everybody else didn't die, so I shouldn't either.
Right.
So you do kind of calculate the risk factor in there. It's like, well, I'm most likely not going to die. So yeah, let's follow that intrusive thought.
Yeah, it's okay.
But then the other one's like, I probably will die. So no, I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to do that.
It's always that thing like why women live longer than men, and
they probably don't have intrusive thoughts like that.
Yeah, we're doing stupid shit. Yeah. and then the video comes like they're pulling a couch with a truck.
Yeah, yeah.
They're we just come up with the dumbest shit ever. Like this will be really fun.
Yeah,
but it's dumb.
Yeah,
but our risk of getting hurt is only 75%. So yeah, we'll roll that dice.
25% chance. Nothing even bad happens. I just have a great time.
We'll roll that shit. And I've met women like that. Not many, but a few that are like. Shit, yeah, they'll roll with it too. But it's like, But normally men are just like...
Right. It's more of a testosterone thing.
Yeah, we're just get bored and stupid.
Yeah.
And let the intrusive thoughts come in and be like, what if we just hook that to that and hold it with that? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
It's a good idea. Let's
I'm going to sit on there and drink a beer while you're pulling me.
You know what? I got a chain. Let me go through that.
How much you pull me on this fucking...
Yeah, because then we would start like...
that costs $100 is made of poplar.
You got a stupid rope. That rope's just going to break. You won't even be on there for more than 5 minutes. Let me get a chain on there. Give you a good 30 at least.
Yeah, let's not think about the rope slapping back me in the face. Yeah. The fact the furniture's got this riddle full of nails.
Yeah.
It's cost me $200.
Yeah, so that rope will break and your fun's done in 5 minutes. It's got a chain. You can have fun all day. It's fine. We try to set it up to be dangerous longer then.
Yeah.
And then somebody in the group might be like, well, I have this 4-wheeler helmet. Like, okay, yeah, maybe I should put that on.
Yeah, let's put helmets on.
At least the brain's fine, but then everything else could mangled.
That's me. Hey guys, helmets at least. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't be this. You coming? No, I'll be in the back of the truck chucking beers.
Yeah.
Sounds like a better time for me.
It's just the thrill of the chase of the thrill, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it gets you. Get that heart racing a little bit. It reminds you you're alive.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could remind you that you could die. You know?
It's that primitive instinct that we need we need a little bit of danger every once in a while.
Something in there, yeah.
That's why we built roller coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why there's roller coasters. That's why there's skydiving. That's why there's bungee jumping. Like, we're a little bit thrill seekers because
it's like secure. It's secure danger. You know.
Yeah. It's in our genetics to have to live in that fear.
Yeah.
And now we don't. Well, at least in the United States. Mostly the United States. But some places, they live in fear probably every day. And it's terrible.
Yeah, because, we were, even in our, primal instincts, we were being chased by predators and shit all the time, like tigers and fucking animals that were bigger than us wanted to eat us. So we have that need for adrenaline to keep us going, and now we just get bored and have anxiety. So you get on a roller coaster and your fucking adrenaline spikes, and you can sleep all that night.
Now you get a little pop by playing like a video game and going on a 10 kill streak. Oh yeah, I'm running this shit. Why are you sweating right now? I'm playing a video game. I don't know. I'm just killing it. That's the best some people can get. So
Or some people put the pedal down and go like 90, 100 miles an hour and shit.
On the highway,
yeah.
In the snow.
Yeah, in the snow. Yeah, the adrenaline in the snow sometimes is pretty fucking dope too, though.
Man. My anxiety's through the roof, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, everybody's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is where we ended up.
Yeah. Now we sit.
Don't know how we started, but we're here.
Now we sit in the basement and doing podcasts for thrills.
Yeah, that's right. The thrills and the kills.
Yeah, but I do have a couple of stories to talk about this week.
Hey, let's talk some story time.
This one I thought was cool because it kind of remember Pizza Hut, Bolivar.
Yeah.
The old Pizza Hut days. I worked there. We used to party there. But I don't think any of our parties ever ended up like this. At least none that I was a part of.
Were you partying hard?
Well, we partied, but it was never like this. So there's a lady that works at Taco Bell in LA somewhere, and San Pedro. And so the manager says they're going to throw like an employee get together, and I don't think it's like the big manager. It's probably just the fucking shift manager. You know what I mean? Like my shift manager,
the manager of the store.
Well, our shift manager at Pizza Hut would party with us. He'd buy us beers. We'd smoke some weed and shit. But the store manager, Karen, would not. She, if she ever knew, then we would get in trouble. So I'm thinking this is more of like a shift manager type deal going on here. But this lady was invited to a Christmas party. She was encouraged to bring a potluck style food for a potluck style buffet, and of course she decides to bring guacamole to a Taco Bell, which I think is weird. But I guess her guacamole is probably better than the Taco Bell guacamole.
Does Taco Bell even have guacamole?
Yeah, I think they put it in there. They put it in some burritos and shit. Oh, it's dog shit.
Never anything I've ever had.
Yeah.
Or never thing I would order from Taco Bell.
I don't think you can buy it like dips and chip and dip type thing. And I imagine hers would probably be better then. But it's why are you bringing Mexican to a Mexican restaurant?
Right. I made traditional guacamole. You talk about sons of bitches.
I brought us tacos.
Yeah.
So she shows up, and the supervisor had covered all the windows of the restaurant with wrapping paper. That sounds festive, fun. But then also covered the cameras in the lobby and everything. Because obviously, it's probably not a store-sanctioned thing. You know, the actual real manager probably doesn't know about it. Taco Bell themselves probably didn't know about it. The franchisee probably didn't know about it.
Right. Cover the windows, don't know people are in there.
Yeah.
People are knocking on the door and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
So the claim states that the supervisor provided alcohol to the staffers, several of whom were overserved. Fuck off. Yeah, you're going to get drunk. Then around midnight, she stepped outside for a short time and just says, probably to smoke a cigarette. You know, or maybe, I imagine she probably did party. Maybe she went outside to smoke a spliff, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, get a little high. She didn't drink, but when she came back in, she found open sex inside there. There was the one coworker was having sex with his wife in front of everybody at the party. The coworker's wife was also kissing her female manager and another female coworker at the same time. So that's a little bit too much.
I'm confused right now. So
her coworker,
she to wife to.
She saw a coworker, which I imagine would be male, having sex with his wife.
Okay.
Who I don't think works there because they didn't name her as a coworker, and then having sex with his wife, who was also kissing her female manager, and then another female coworker.
This is terribly written though, because Sean discusses it outright. Background alleges that she first ran out. So I don't know where the gender is here. This is what I'm saying because it started with she.
She walks in,
and then when he saw his wife.
Yeah.
So I think something's a little messed up.
Female walks out, comes back in, sees male coworker having sex with his wife. His wife was kissing female manager and other female coworker.
Oh, so it's not.
The wife, I don't think is there.
The lady that was there, that wasn't a relationship with his wife thing.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Right. So then, the person she came back in from her smoke break, sees that, she's shocked and disgusted and outraged. She says she ran out of the restaurant, but then she forgot her guacamole bowl. You know, she forgot her. I mean, you don't, and I get it. You don't just leave your dishes behind.
Like morto pesto bowl, like that.
Yeah.
The big pesto bowl, like
or even just some good fucking Tupperware, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many times do you left good Tupperware behind at the house? You're like, God damn it.
Maybe I take a peek. I guess see what's going on.
I don't know, because so she goes back in to retrieve her guacamole bowl, only to find out that her manager and the other coworker involved in the sexual encounter were vomiting, and one was throwing up in her guacamole bowl to add insult to injury.
Jesus. So that's like.
So you imagine, you're like, oh yeah, smoke a cigarette. Okay, I guess, go back into this party. It's weird that everybody's drinking, or.
So wait, they just got done banging, and then they both threw up at the same time?
Yeah. So I'm wondering if there's like a time lapse in there. Like, did she run home, realize she forgot her guacamole bowl, and then came back? It doesn't establish a timeline between her running out and coming back for the bowl. But I do think it'd be bizarre if she's like, oh my God, they're having sex, and like walks out in like 30 seconds, like, fuck, my bowl, and then walks back in there immediately. If you imagine like that, it makes it like 10 times more funnier. But I'm kind of thinking they didn't put a timeline in this news story, and it was like, I made it down the road, like 5 minutes down the road before I realized.
Should have penned that Taco Bell so we'd never eat that one.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And so, and then I'm wondering like either the guacamole was so good that it's gone, or it was so bad that they're throwing up on guac.
Maybe she spoiled guac, and they're like,
oh, maybe she fucking made it. Yeah.
They just got down. They're like, and they worked up that, all that blood.
Yeah.
Everything's flowing. They just ate so much of guacamole.
Pumping had the guacamole.
And everybody's throwing up everywhere, and they're
sloshing around in your stomach, just belly full of guac.
Some dude's wife's just like half naked, torn up on a Taco Bell table,
making out with two other chicks that start throwing up in guacamole balls.
Oh my god!
So yeah, I mean, like that's. I remember, we partied at Pizza Hut, but I've never been a part of a party that was that hard.
No.
So, but then the fun part of the rest of the story is then she sues. Well, what happened was she reported this to HR, and HR fired the people that were involved in all of that. And then after they got fired, they retaliated and started like smashing her car windows and shit. And now she's suing the franchisee because he's not doing anything about the fact that nobody that works for him anymore is smashing her car and shit. Like, isn't that the cop's job?
Yeah.
At that point.
It's a personal.
Yeah. I could see if she was suing them for allowing that to happen or whatever, and like, well, we didn't know. We did the proper steps. We terminated. Those people no longer work for me. I am no longer in control of what they do. Call the fucking police. Yeah, I don't think so. Unless T-Bell is just like, fucking shut this bitch up. Buy her some new windows for her car, pay for the damage or something. Just shut her up.
So to make it worse for her, because those people that got fired, then they're like, now you just got paid. Now they're going to like, I would not want that.
Yeah.
Because if you're that person, you're now going to be under the gun more by those people that you just got fired. And now they're coming after you harder because now they know you got money. You better move 16 states away.
Yeah. It'd be different too if say she reported it to HR and only like one person got fired, but the other two, like there were two more people working there, and they were harassing her on a daily basis, and she goes to HR again saying like, look, they're harassing me, and then they don't do anything about it. Then that would be a different story. But like, it sounds like these people already got fired.
Taco Bell be full of
and
race.
Yeah, they got fired, and it just so happens they know where she works, so they're gonna show up and bash her fucking car.
Hey guys, grab my wife. Throw some mild sauce on.
God, how bad would that be if they released names and you're that lady? Oh, you're the girl that got doubled up on a Taco Bell holiday party.
Yeah.
In an unsanctioned Taco Bell holiday party. And it was so bad.
Threw up in the guac bowl.
It was so bad that people threw up in the guacamole bowl.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. People are fucking weird. But yeah, that's that story. And then another one. You familiar? And this is not an ad. We do not get paid by anybody. And I've actually couldn't tell you. I don't think I've ever had a Liquid Death. Anything from Liquid Death?
No.
But they are a very popular podcast sponsor for a lot of other podcasts, not ours.
It's just water, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It's purified water, right?
It's water. I think they have a sparkling version, and I think they do some flavors.
Okay.
But I think it's supposed to be. It's like the Liquid IV shit. It's supposed to have more electrolytes and shit. It's supposed to hydrate you more than a regular bottle of water. I know one of their sticks in their ad campaigns and stuff is that since it's in a can, it's easily like plastic bottles aren't all recycled. Most more aluminum is per plastic or some bullshit like that. I don't know. Fucking try it if you want. But I thought this was hilarious. I like it when people lash out, And so they had a flavor called the Armless Palmer that was supposed to be like a tea lemonade. It's Liquid Death. They play on Death thing, Armless Palmer,
Yeah.
And so then the Palmer estate tried to sue them, said, they can't use the name Palmer and blah, blah, blah. So then they put this, it's out on Instagram. I'll just read it word for word instead of reading the fucking news story, but it says, if you like our Armless Palmer tea lemonade, then you're going to love our new Dead Billionaire tea lemonade. And then they go into why, because the exact thing, now it's way cooler, won't require us to fight senseless legal battle with a large, blah, 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 blah. So basically it's like, okay, fuck you. We won't call it the Arnold Palmer, but or Armless Palmer, we won't use his name. We'll just call him the fucking Dead Billionaire. Like, How petty is it that you guys are coming for more money after a guy that died and has a shitload of money that he left to you,
Yeah.
Like,
for a name.
Right. I could even see if they were like, hey, that's kind of a little insensitive towards our dead relative, but then just fucking go straight for the lawyers and shit.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, they just want more money. They
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
And that's the sensitive side of where we live. It's like, oh no, I just get sued for all of what we work for and all of our money because of a name.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought that was kind of funny. It's like, all right, well, we'll fucking call it Dead Billionaires.
Because of letters together.
Yeah.
Because of letters together, you owe me money now.
Right.
You owe me money because of letters together.
Right.
I get it if it's something physical.
And I could, yeah.
But not something like, now they're like, hey, here's his name, here's a story, like, we're bashing him. Okay, maybe. But
Yeah.
Like,
or even if, like, you know, because I think it was an Arizona Tea has one that has his face on it and a picture of him and the fucking name. I'm sure they're getting money for it because, you know, once even there is a point where, yes, you should have rights to make money off of your famous dead family because you're actually using, and like kind of a similar likeness thing like that, I don't think. And even over a fucking classic drink, how many menus out there in the world do you think have an Arnold Palmer on the menu?
Yeah, well, what about other guys?
The other guys.
Arnold Palmer alert, Arnold Palmer alert.
Yeah.
Like,
Here comes some
every time
Arnie Palmer.
anybody says Arnold Palmer, give me an Arnold Palmer,
Yeah.
you know, tea, and no, you
You
don't
fucking sue him.
You don't get to own that. You
Right.
don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I also name my kid Long Island Iced Tea.
Yeah.
So I trademark his name, and then it was like, anybody puts Long
If your
Island.
fucking last name is Palmer, there's plenty of Palmers out there, and you're like, you know what? I love my son.
Palmer's up there, yeah.
My firstborn son, I'm named after my famous golfer, my favorite golfer. His name's Arnold. You know.
And I don't know how Arnold Palmer is like really affecting
Yeah.
you at all, or hurting his character.
Just because his last name's in there.
Yeah.
That's it. Not even his full name.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe a little tasteless because he's saying he's armless or something, and he's dead, or I don't know. But it's okay. Fuck you, Dead Billionaire. Here we
It'd be
go.
like dead Arnold Palmer, the golfer who played in this stage.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I wonder how. I mean, I feel like we'd know this if he died by getting his arms ripped off by a gorilla or something, and then they're like, Armless Palmer.
His arm ripped off and beat to death.
Yeah. I can see him being a little pissed off then, but I'm pretty sure that's not. I'm pretty sure Arnold died with his arms.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, I don't know. Gotta look that up, 'cause maybe
How do you Google it? Does Arnold Palmer have arms?
Arnold Palmer, the horrific arm death. He was doing 7,000 push-ups. They fell right off his body and he bled out. Oh, man. Heart surgery.
Heart surgery, yeah. But that would be hilarious. Like,
While awaiting heart surgery.
yeah.
Yeah, so he had arms and they were good. They were good. He made his money off that shit.
Yeah.
He died at 87. Get out of here. Like, that's just people like, oh, can you believe this? Do we have a lawsuit? Or that's even probably, I wouldn't say it's probably the family or anything.
It was the state lawyers.
The state lawyers like, hey, we got sued. Like, can we
Guess what?
take this?
Have you
We
seen
can
this
get 'em.
shit?
We can get them.
Yeah.
We can get them because they use Palmer. It's like,
I don't even think Liquid Death's that big of a company. I mean, they have a lot more money than we do.
they're pretty big.
Yeah. I mean,
They're bigger than you think. West Coast wise, not East Coast.
are they bigger than 1.3 billion?
I don't know. Google it.
Because that was the
Oh my God,
that was the net worth of Palmer's estate when he died.
1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
For a golfer?
Yeah. Those fucking motherfuckers make money, dude.
Damn.
They make money.
No, that is more than that. I mean, I can see, like, say Tiger Woods. Palmy was a while ago. That man invested right.
700 million. So
Yeah, they're up there.
they could have got a big chunk of change out of that.
But they also, that's kind of effing money too.
Yeah.
You want our lawyers are going
They're- They're only half a bill away. You know what I mean?
I've never had a candle for death in my life.
Me neither.
I'm just,
I've seen them. Something about drinking water out of a can freaks me out. I don't like it.
and it's cute. It's water, and I know like there's like a big push to get to canned water and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Get away from the plastics, and I get it. Plastics, but they're so easy.
So I think it's funny how things come back around so to speak. Like, remember paper bags were destroying the earth, so we made plastic bags. And now we're like, oh, that was a terrible idea.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
almost like
Exactly.
something like cans. I think cans were under the gun too. That's why they started putting everything in bottles. The cans are destroying the earth. We need to put them in plastic. Fuck.
Yeah.
We got that one wrong. Kind of. I mean,
Ain't nobody been dogging on glass for a while.
right? Yeah, dude.
Nobody ever dogged on glass.
If anything, we fucking love glass now. You see that shit wash. You see fucking glass sand beaches where like it all breaks up and it turns into fucking sand and it looks all pretty and shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, that's beautiful. And they take pictures of that stuff. Glass rules.
Yeah.
like
Glass been out there. Been out
there for a while.
Been out there for a minute. You see the sand and
And aluminum and shit too. Cans are dope.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder, like, are we really going down the right road with electric cars? Like, all that battery shit's gonna fucking...
Everybody forgets that these cans have those lining.
Yeah, a little thin plastic lining. Just a little thin plastic lining. There's probably some kind of plastic in the, some kind of plastic polymer or something in the outer of it too.
So make sure we're not drinking straight aluminum because we'd all probably die.
Yeah, that shit does bleed out. That's why you never boil milk or cook any kind of cream sauce in an aluminum pot because it will leach out and it'll turn your shit gray.
Who has aluminum pots?
Oh, we had them at the bistro.
Nah.
You still got them for some shit.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, you still got them for some shit. But you got to find the good. You got to find the good stainless. Yeah, you got to find the good stainless ones for your cream based stuff. But
oh yeah, we did have a couple.
All those,
always so lightweight.
All those saute pans. Every single saute pan was aluminum, except for the nonstick shit.
No,
that wasn't stainless.
No. Really?
Yeah. Remember Lighthouse? How we'd put them in the oven to keep them hot because our burners suck. So when we need a hot pan, we pull them, and then they'd get all warped and shit. Stainless don't do that much. Aluminum fucking does bad. And that's why the when you scrub, I mean, I know you're getting fucking carbon buildup and stuff from food and stuff, but like your water would turn gray if you really gave them a good scrub because it's getting that weird aluminum kind of leaching out of it and shit. Yeah, those are all aluminum. Yeah, I mean, it does leach out and stuff, but not.
And it's also in foods and stuff.
Yeah.
So much, but yeah.
If you oil it right, season it right, it'll kind of lock that in too. But something. I don't know. I ain't dead from aluminum poisoning.
I think it's only like
yeah.
I've heard too much of aluminum poisoning. That's one of those I think that's like naturally in shit too. Not aluminum itself, but you know, like the byproducts, the chemical breakdown of it. So
yeah,
the NCIs.
It's in your deodorant.
Yeah, it is
aluminum sulfide.
That is the
mostly the antiperspirant ones. Yeah. Which I use religiously because I sweat a lot. So,
you know, my wife just accidentally messed up and got me just straight deodorant.
Yeah.
No difference.
Really?
And I'm very curious.
So
I want to do. Obviously, I haven't done a lot of physical work with this because I normally don't. So I'm just chasing my kids around, having fun with them.
Yeah. You haven't done like a hot, sweaty day.
Yeah, I haven't had a hot, sweaty day.
To
So
me,
I'm really curious, and I was getting, let's be honest, I was getting some armpit rashes about a year ago, and it normally happens in the winter. Every time it happens in the winter, not in the summer, in the winter. I haven't got one yet, so I'm curious.
So I switched exclusively to the antiperspirant stuff because it got rid of my armpit rashes caused by the other stuff.
Just straight deodorant?
Yeah, and I think it was more of because everything would rub, and it seems like the antiperspirant is supposed to stop you from sweating, but obviously you still sweat. But I think it kind of like wicks it away from your skin, almost like diaper rash cream. You know, like if you want to stop chafing in some areas, you put some diaper rash cream on there. You know, and I think it was just the skin sliding around on that moistness and on the sweat gave me more chafing than it was rashes on my armpits. And then whenever I'd use antiperspirant stuff, it's almost like it wicks it away, almost like a diaper rash kind of cream sort of thought to it. You know.
Yeah, I was like, wow, it's just a flare from my liver. But I know, man, you drank too much.
Yeah.
And I go,
Because don't you dump out a lot of toxins in your sweat glands and your armpits?
Yeah. And then they get pissed because it's like you drank too much.
Man, fucking, here's a bunch of toxins.
Yeah.
And you probably didn't shower for a couple months. I know.
I got to shower every morning. This was actually a conversation I was having with my wife.
Yeah.
Because she's not, and I don't think most women are, shower every day person.
They don't like to get their hair wet every day.
Right.
Or
shower,
wash it,
hair, whatever. Or, she'll be more inclined to skip a day.
Right.
Than I will be. She works from home. She does all that. Blah, blah,
but I do believe a lot of women are like that.
Yeah, I think a lot more than anybody ever thinks. Like, they'll go, not just 1 day, 2 days. I'm not calling her out by anything. She's not gross.
Right.
But there's like a lot of people won't shower for a couple days and then take a shower.
Yeah.
I literally have to shower in the morning. I have to. Like,
I think we've talked about this because I'm a night shower.
Yeah, you're a night shower. I am the morning. Like, I need that steam. I need that blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I thought about switching that into how cold can I put it on the coldest of cold because everybody's about the ice bath.
Cold plunge, yeah.
I tried it.
It's terrible.
It is terrible, and I can only do it for about 2 seconds. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna run away as fast as I can.
I will say,
my body says no.
I will say I've done the cold shower thing, and I set a timer and I do it for a minute. The only thing that sucks about that is that you have to kind of keep rotating.
Right.
And as you're rotating, like the one part of your body gets used to the warm again, and it's like another shock getting back in the cold. But then I've also filled up the tub with the coldest water possible. I didn't put any ice in it, and then I dunked in it for like about a minute or so. And after about a good 15 to 30 seconds, you just kind of get used to it because you're not constantly going from cold to warm. You're not having to rotate. You're just consumed by it. So your body just kind of
showers to play. Like it would definitely.
Yeah.
I used to do that. And I think we did definitely time as well. In Canada, you go jump in the cold water,
right,
and then go run it back up to the sauna. That's the Swedish method, right?
Right.
Jump in the freezing cold lake, and then you go sit in the sauna.
Right.
From freezing cold body, it's good for your heart and your veins, your vascular system.
It's good for your vascularity, and also it forces your body into a fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
So it releases like endorphins and all this other shit and different chemicals.
If you do that too much, does that not just wear off though? Like, doesn't it eventually like?
Well, I think you get used to it, but I don't know. Everybody that cold plunges is the best thing that they ever do.
Yeah.
And then
until the science comes out, like,
yeah,
you cold plunge dumb shit, you just hurt your heart so bad.
Yeah. You got dick cancer.
This is the main cause of dick cancer. Yeah. Or ass cancer. Yeah.
Well, and it's one of those things too, where they say too much of anything is bad for you. So maybe hit it up once or twice a week wouldn't be a bad.
What sounds like
every other day? That doesn't seem like a bad idea.
I gotta do it every day, or it's like my day. I can't even start my day. It's like that gets a little weird. It's like
you're the same way with your shower.
You ain't wrong there.
You're just on the opposite temperature, So then it's like that morning ritual of that shower that's just the water on them, no matter what temperature, just kind of perks them up,
Yeah, I want it steamed out.
Yeah.
Just relax.
I don't know anymore. I get up and I move. I hit the snooze button once, and at 10 minutes, that's whenever I kind of I go back to sleep, but I feel like that's what shakes off the grogginess, and then I get up, and I I'll still kind of yawn and shake some cobwebs off and shit.
So wake up at
3:30. Alarm set. I wake up. Technically, I wake up at 3:40 because I hit the snooze.
I've been asleep for 3 hours at that point.
Yeah. And then I'm usually at the gym by 4:10.
I was wondering what it would take to get me to that point where I can go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And wake up at
3:30. It sets the tone for the rest of your day.
Sure.
Like this morning, I had a really good workout. Actually, the last 3 days. So I went back to more of a strict carnivore because I was kind of doing more keto. Been more strict carnivore the last since Monday. And on Wednesday, bro, I woke up and I had that keto energy, that fucking real deal shit. And so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, get up, hit that gym, and then like the whole day, I'm just like, yeah, fucking like I got so much energy. I'm gonna do so much.
Right.
That's been dope.
Until 8 o'clock.
Yeah. No, it's I can still go on after. I just discipline myself to make sure I go to bed at 8 o'clock so that I can wake up at 3:30.
Right.
If I know I'm skipping the gym the next day, I'll stay up. Tonight, I'm not going to bed at no 8:30. It's 8:53 right now. I ain't tired at all.
You'll be up at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm probably not going to go to the gym tomorrow. Or, I mean, if I might get a workout in tomorrow. I want to, but it's not going to be at 3:30 in the morning because I don't have to work, you know?
Yeah.
The whole reason I do it at 3:30 in the morning is because I work at 6, and if I don't get it in before work, when I'm done with work, I just want to come home and relax. So I won't work out after work.
I mean, my whole thing right now is like I want to stay up late and like play video games, do stuff. Like,
yeah,
it gives me some enjoyment out of my day. But I'm like, oh, the kids are gonna wake up at like, you know, my 2-year-olds are gonna wake up at Jack woke up at 5 a.m. I was like,
yeah. But again, to put it kind of in.
But then you know, it's either 5 a.m. as soon as we go to bed, or it's 8
yeah, and then but to put it in perspective too, like me going to the gym is like you playing video games.
Yeah.
That's my release. That's my me time, you know.
Yeah.
I could easily wake up at 3:30 in the morning and play video games for a couple hours before I go to work or something, you know. But the gym's like that levels my head. That gets me in the happy zone type of thing.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of another reason why I do it. It's like it's more of a mind clear, you know.
Okay.
But
you got anything else?
No, I do believe that's it, and I think we've got a good hour out of this show too. So
Not that we're trying to get.
We don't want to fucking give you guys any more than you deserve.
You want what you want.
Yeah. If you want us to go for 2 hours, we'll plan that out. We figure an hour's a good sweet spot.
I'll give you a live show for 2 hours all day.
Fuck yeah. Watch, so I turn over, look at the comments right now, and we're like, yeah, do fucking 4 more hours.
Nope, just still me and the sad YouTube chat by myself.
Still nobody talking to us. So yeah, we're gonna cut it at an hour then.
Love you guys.
Yeah, hey, did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time, bro.
I did too. Make sure you guys click like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff. Talk to us on the internet. Send us emails. Go on we're barely ever on social media, but we'll check it out. I'll get alerts if you do talk to us. So
share us with your grandma.
So, we just talked today about how they're bored. You know,
maybe somebody listen to it. And I smooth sultry voice.
They'll listen to us, and then they'll talk to you about it all day because it'll be the highlight of their day.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
baby.
We love you, grandmas.
All right,
but we love you, listeners. I love you, Cody.
Boom.
We'll see you guys next week.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Good time.